The students that you have in front of you, they are America. They represent the voices of freedom, and also just the freedom of speech, because that's what we're built on, right? They definitely lent their voices to the issues that are close to them, whether it be the ones they see, whether it's those things in their heart, or unfortunately it might be those things they personally experienced.
The victims of sexual harassment have just had their entire identity stolen away from them in seconds. The court, it's always asking, oh, were you drunk? What were you wearing? Like trying to make it look like it's the victim's fault.
We work together, we can get the U.S. government to change the laws to ensure equal pay for women. Send your letters to your senators and representatives. Let them know that you believe for equal pay for women. And during the next elections, make sure you vote for someone that believes and will fight for equality for women.
Sexual harassment is something women of all walks of life can relate to. It's something women have kept hidden for so long, and it ends now. We shouldn't be afraid to say what needs to be said. We shouldn't be afraid to say the truth. This issue is something we have to keep talking about, at home with our children and at school with our students. Our society has to do a better job of making this world a safer place for women. And in doing so, applaud all the beautiful, strong, brave voices who stood up and said, me too.
Because I was tired of constantly looking at bad news. I was tired of seeing point blank this person was killed because they were not seen as human. I was tired of kids' lives being taken away from them before they could live them. I did not want to look at the news I get because I already knew the headline. A black man was killed because of a cop. I did not want to say that I lived here, because why live in a country where a man is killed for buying Skittles? Why live in a country where people fear the crosswalks put down in their path for them to move freely? Why? Thank you.
Worrying about which school is going to be targeted next is not something that American families and children should have to do. I'm sure that none of the students or teachers at Columbine, Sandy Hook, Virginia Tech, or Stoneman Douglas thought that a mass shooting would take place in their school. The fact of the matter is, with gun laws the way that they are, the next school shooting could hit closer to home. A school in Maryland, a school in Montgomery County, a school in Rockville, or even here.
Overwhelming to know that so many kids have to live with such a horrid memory, a scar that may never leave the child's heart, leaving them so broken. And how can those kids speak up for themselves when their voice is being taken away by the abuser? Well, today, I will be the voice. I'm here to spread the word that any abuse is not and will never be the proper way to treat a child.
School should be a place where you should feel comfortable in sharing who you are and what you really feel, rather than having to fit into a box they put you in. I hear education systems are failing, but I believe they're succeeding at what they were built to do, to train you, to keep you on track, to track down an American dream, a dream that has failed so many of us all.
Some people believe just because a person looks or does something differently that they're not good enough. As the next generation, we have to keep fighting for our ideal future. Whether it'll be gun control, immigration laws, abuse, or social media. But tonight, I'll be talking about discrimination, because it's one of the many topics we have to work on.
So this is for the women who still name their children in Nahuatl, and for the men that wake up on Sunday mornings to listen to Vicente Fernandez with their fathers, and the families that pass on recipes of arroz con pollo. Because we are the sons, the daughters, we hold the stories, the journeys of those who walked through deserts, waded through rivers. And we wear their legacies on our shoulder with pride and do not lose ourselves to broken perceptions, but rise above with the help of our powerful stories, our galaxies. Porque somos Latinoamericanos, and we will not be forgotten. How about this? Let's throw water on the witch, watch it boil down into soap suds, wash the corrupt illusion off the mirror, scrub the dirt from the surface. If we get some under our nails, it's okay. Let's fill up the cracks with some love for ourselves because we do look good. Pour some paint over the scratches on the sides, sand down the splinters made when we held on for too long, tear off the lies, and look at what is.
what's been there all along. Beauty.
In America, in every single state, they have a set of standards for every subject. A collection of lessons that the teacher is required to teach by the end of the term. But the greatest lessons you'll ever teach us will not come from your syllabus. The greatest lessons you'll ever teach us, you won't even remember. You never told us what we weren't allowed to say. We just learned how to hold our tongues. Now somewhere in America there's a child holding a copy of The Catcher in the Rye, and there's a child holding a gun. But only one of those things have been banned by their state government, and it's not the one that can rip through flesh, it's the one that says F you on more pages than one.